Welcome back, guys. Making a quick video just to give you an idea, or for those of you who are in the field or like the brand called Mission. I thought I'll give you a quick idea of the variants in two very common models out in the market. They're fairly old right now, but still very sought after, have a distinct kind of finish to their drivers, and the look and layout of the tweeter being below the mid-bass driver. Anyway, this time around I've just got a pair of M30 Mission speakers as well as a pair of M72. So for those of you who, or M70 rather, for those of you who get these speakers out in the market and see them around, you want to know what the difference is between them, which is a better quality and made speaker. This is a short video just to give you an idea of what these speakers are like. So these are both box speakers with what looks like a 10mm MDF build or chipboard. I'm not quite sure because it's got a veneer stuck to it, or vinyl stuck to it. That's the specs of the M30 two-way reflex with the frequency response of 68 Hz to 20 Hz. And it's an 8 ohm speaker, and it's rated to be run by a 15 to 75 watt per channel amplifier. You've got the proprietary Mission binding posts with the screw-on nut. I personally don't like them. I find them a bit fiddly to use, but if you have banana plugs, they're perfectly good. So you've got that connection at the back. It's got thread screws at the back if you wanted to mount them using the OEM Mission speaker mount. Or if you just wanted to use standard speaker mounts, that's what it is. So that's the back of the M30. Have a look at the back of the M70, which is clearly a larger speaker, and just by looks of it is better quality, better build. Have a look at the back of that rating. The M70 is also two-way, 65 to 20 Hz, and 8 ohm speaker, also rated with the same recommended amplifier of 15 to 75 watts per channel. Also has double thread screws at the back for the proprietary Mission mounts, wall mounts, or you can use your own, and it's got a very similar binding post at the back. Now, what sticks out, this is a very boxy type of speaker. You can see the sharp corners and edges, whereas the M70 has a nice curved both in the back, all over top, front, sides, as well as the front of the speaker. So going to the front of the speaker itself, you can easily see that these are bigger than its counterpart. The M30s have a slightly larger shaped tweeter than the M70s. Hope you can see that there a bit clearer. The driver on the M70 is approximately 4 inches, and I would have thought it would be the same for the M30. We're looking at, yeah, just about 4 inches as well. It looks slightly smaller. It's a paper cone on the M30, and unfortunately these are prone to fading. As you can see, this one here is faded. It was black before, whereas the one of the M70 looks like a slight Kevlar kind of finish to it. Hopefully you can pick that up in the light. And it seems like a much better made speaker. And what's typical of Mission, they have the concave shape to the drivers with no convex dust cap. The tweeter on the M70, however, is a bit smaller than the M30, and we're looking at about probably 3 centimeters, so just over an inch, whereas the M30 is approximately 3.5 centimeters, so probably 1.5 inches. So 1.25 versus 1.5 inches. They both have dual bass ports in the front. The silhouette generally looks fairly similar. Unfortunately, I don't have the grille for the M70, but I've got for the M30. That's what the M30 looks like. Nice, neat finish. Sometimes you can see the plastic mesh framework through them if it's too taut, but it's got the plastic post in the middle. Can be a bit fiddly when you're taking them off, but yep, generally quite stiff and firm, unlikely to rattle once placed on the speaker itself. I'm sorry, this is not going to be a sound test to give you a difference between the two, but having heard the speakers myself, I prefer the M70s. They're a bigger speaker. By way of dimensions, we're looking at a width of about 15 centimeters on the M70, similar to the M30. We'll put them on top and see exactly. It's probably about 5 millimeters less than the M70, and you can see from width-wise, front to back, this clearly is a wider speaker on the M70, which is approximately 22.5 from front to back, and the M30 is about 18 centimeters, because it's got a slight curve to the front. Height wise, we're looking at approximately, you can see the difference in the sizing there at the bottom. So the M30 has a height of around 22 centimeters, and the M70 about just under 25, so 24.5 centimeters. Yeah, so thanks for watching. At least you have a bit of a know-how to the differences between the M70s and the M30s. If I were you, I'd certainly go for the M70 range. You might not like the finish of that front baffle, but it's certainly a better made and better quality speaker. And in terms of sound quality, I actually prefer the M70s. The M30s, you know, back in the day when I was looking for my first set of speakers, I did come across the floor standard versions of it. Really, really well balanced speakers. The M34s, you know, the top flagship model, just is so big, so imposing, really nice look to it. But they've moved on. Since then, I've owned a pair of Mission Elan E34 speakers. It's a full 5.1 set, and those are very nicely made speakers, nicely designed, well balanced. But yeah, nevertheless, leave any comments. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll have put a few more videos out. And yeah, thanks for watching.